Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very easy keto meal recipe for you. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janetsdelicisslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out new videos. And if you are a music lover, make sure you check out the link in the description to my other YouTube channel, Inspirational Songs with Janet. I've posted another new song there, so make sure you check that out and subscribe there also. And remember, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time, I go live on TikTok at Janet's Low Carb Kitchen. So make sure you come join me there. And if you would like to help support this channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So while we do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your air fryer to 400 degrees for about 3 minutes or until it's warm. If you don't have an air fryer, you can preheat a large skillet with a little bit of oil in it over medium heat until the oil's hot, about 3 to 5 minutes, somewhere around in there. Divide 12 ounces or around a 3/4 pound of seasoned sausage into 4 portions. Each portion's going to be roughly around 3 ounces each. I buy pre-seasoned country sausage from my butcher. You can use any sausage you want, and you can season it any way you want before dividing it into your portions. If you don't want to use sausage, you can use any ground meat you want. You can use ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey, whatever ground meat you want to use, you can use it. Lightly grease 4 pieces of parchment paper. Place 1 portion of the sausage or ground meat, whatever you're using, in the center of each of the parchment papers. Cover the meat with another piece of parchment paper, then press or roll each meat portion into a thin circle that's around 6 inches in diameter, give or take a bit. Add your desired filling onto one side of each of the meat circles. So you're going to do this pretty much down the middle, having your filling on one side of the circle and plain on the other side. I'm making mine into breakfast pockets, so I'm just using some scrambled eggs, some ham or bacon, and a little bit of shredded cheese. I'm using Colby cheese. You, of course, can use any filling you want. You can make this into a veggie filling. You can make this into a chicken filling, a pizza filling, whatever you want to do, you can do it. Just be careful not to overfill the pocket because you don't want your filling squishing out the sides when you fold the meat over it. Make sure you just leave a little bit of space around the edges so when you fold the other side of your meat over the filling, you'll have space to be able to seal the edges. Once you have your filling on half of the meat circle, grasp the parchment paper that's under the blank side of the meat circle. Use the paper to guide your meat and fold the plain side of the meat circle over your filling. Make sure it covers your filling completely. Then use your fingers, then press very lightly to seal the pocket up. Make sure that you take your fingers and kind of pinch around the edges of the top of the circle. You want to make sure that it's completely sealed. You don't want any spaces, any gaps in between the meat. Otherwise, your filling's going to gush out, which won't completely kill your pocket, but ideally, you don't want your filling coming out. You want it staying inside of the pocket. Once you've filled all your pockets, set them aside for just a minute. In a small bowl, whisk 1 large egg until the white and the yolk are fully combined and you have a yellow mixture. Then whisk in a 1/2 tablespoon of water until it's fully combined. This just makes your egg wash a little bit easier to spread when there's a little bit of water in there. Brush the egg wash over the tops of your meat pockets. Then top the meat pockets with a generous amount of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. You can put however much you want on there. I like to put a good amount to where it's pretty much fully covering the top. Use the back of a spoon and gently tap the cheese very lightly so that it seals into the egg wash. That way it's not loose when you're flipping your Hot Pocket around. Place a clean piece of parchment paper over the meat pocket, then flip the pocket onto the fresh paper. Brush the opposite side of the meat pocket with some more egg wash, and then again top the egg wash with a little bit more freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And again, I like to fully coat it, but you can put however much you want. And of course, again, you're going to use the back of that spoon and just tap the cheese into the egg wash so it stays nice and tight. Leave the meat pocket on the parchment paper. Grasp the paper that's under the pocket. Carefully lift the pocket and place the pocket and the paper into your preheated air fryer. Air fry for about 10 minutes or until the pocket is golden and the meat is cooked all the way through. Now, if you're using a skillet and not an air fryer, it's going to be a little bit tricky to transfer your pocket, but it can still be done. Just grasp the paper and transfer the meat pocket to your preheated skillet. Carefully turn the meat pocket onto your skillet, leaving the parchment paper on the top portion of your meat pocket. Then carefully peel the parchment paper off of your pocket. Then you would fry the meat pocket around 7 to 10 minutes on each side or until the meat is golden and fully cooked on both sides. That's just if you're cooking it in the skillet instead of the air fryer. Once your meat pocket is done cooking, whether it be in the air fryer or in your skillet, open your air fryer basket and let the meat pocket sit for about 2 or 3 minutes so you don't burn your fingers. Then grasp the parchment paper that's under your meat pocket. Transfer the meat pocket to the serving plate of your choice and serve this immediately. If you're using the skillet, use a large spatula to lift the pocket out of the skillet and transfer it to the plate of your choice. Then let it sit for about 2 to 3 minutes just so you don't burn your fingers. And you would serve this immediately. You can serve these just by themselves or with any sides of your choice. It's all up to you. I've made these into a breakfast pocket, so I would eat them just by themselves. These are best if they are served immediately, but you can store them in your refrigerator in an airtight container for up to 3 days. Just make sure that you bring the pocket completely to room temperature before you put it in an airtight container in your refrigerator. You can also freeze these pockets after they've cooled completely, then wrap them individually in some foil or some plastic wrap and put them in an airtight container. You can freeze these up to 1 month. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.